Hello, I'm doing my 25 favorite 80's movies. This is a challenge from Tim Talks Talkies, and I'm pretty sure I'm late to this, but I just saw it um, floating around and I decided to do it. And there's two movies I'm going to mention before I forget because I have them, but I don't feel like looking for them right now. They're Coming to America and Oliver and Company are also on this list. And so, yeah, so that would be, I don't even know. But yeah, so those two I have, I just don't feel like looking for. So those two are on my list of favorite 80's movies. So, yeah, just so I don't forget. um, so these are in no order except for the number one spot and number two and three spot. So yes, number whatever. Because I'm kind of do math now. 25. Yeah. Crossroads. This is so underappreciated. I don't really hear anyone talking about it, but it is such a good movie. Ralph Macchio is one of my favorite actors of all time. So yeah, recommend. And then next is Gremlins. Gizmo is so cute, and I've always loved him, even though I was a kid. So yes, Gremlin, E.T. The home invasion part freaked me out so much as a kid, but I love this movie. Obviously, it's on here. Beaches, a good cry movie. This is one of my favorite movie friendships, if not my all-time favorite movie friendship. It's just so nice. Um, Rumblefish. This was my obsession for a long, long time, and I got obsessed with Matt Dillon, and I watched so many of his movies one year. So yes, it's just really good. Came out the same year as the as my favorite movie of all time. But yes, Rumblefish. Neverending Story is so good. I watched it last year and it still had the same effects on me that it did when I was a kid. I don't cry at when I think I'm supposed to. You know what I'm talking about, but I never do. But it's sad, but it doesn't make me emotional. But yeah, it's so nice. Next on Golden Pond. This movie, one time I watched it 4 times in a day. It means that much to me. It's so peaceful and it's so nice. And there's drama, but it's not the whole focus of the movie, which is nice. So, yes, that. Next is The Goonies. There's not much I can also say about it, except it's a classic and I love it. I love adventure movies, and I actually didn't watch this until I was an adult, like years ago. So I don't. I thought like a nostalgic watch. It's just like a fun watch. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I'm checking if this is actually. I should have checked this before, but I'm pretty sure it is. But let me see. It doesn't say a year. That would be really good. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. It is. Okay. It's it's obviously a favorite of mine from childhood, and it's so fun. And I don't know what else to say about it, but the scene with the where they're in the Cheerios, that's always in my mind. Whenever I eat Cheerios, I always think of that scene. But yes, this one. Next is Milo and Otis, wholesome, sweet, cute movie. Um, yes. I talked about this in another video by Hansel and Gretel. Favorite movie when I was 4 or 5 years old. Yes. I don't know if I recommend it because there are people who don't like this, but I think because I grew up with it, I don't know if I would like it now. Obviously, if I saw it now, but it's still one of my all-time favorite movies. Um, then we have Kiki's Delivery Service. Love it. And then All Dogs Go to Heaven. This doesn't make me cry, but it makes me so sad, especially because of what happened to Judith Barcy. I'm not going to get into it because this is not kind of move. This is not what this is about. But yeah. Um, next is Clue. This I watch every Halloween season, even though it's not like horror. I don't know why I always watch it during that season, but I do, and because it's kind of like a mystery movie. But yeah, it's a good time. Next is Stand By Me. Obviously, a classic movie. The end when River's character like disappeared because they said his character was killed. That always sends a shiver down my spine a little bit just because of River being gone. So it's like really kind of eerie. Never when I first watched it, that like stuck with me in my head for a few days because I was like, that's a lot actually. That's like crazy, but yeah, it's good. Obviously, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is obviously iconic. I don't know what else to say. I'm just like, this is a good movie. Because I didn't grow up in the 80's. I was born 1988, so like, I'm sure if I grew up with them, like as a child, I would have more to say, but I don't. I don't have anything else to say. Um, Karate Kid. I love Pat Moretta, and of course, Ralph Macchio is in this, and I love him. This is my favorite like sports movie. It is a sport. It is. I'm not saying like, but it's not like football or it's karate. It's a sport. I know, but it's like my favorite sports centered movie. But I obviously like the watch it and love it for the relationship between Pat and Mel's characters. Yes. Um, Next, When Harry Met Sally, my favorite romantic comedy of all time. Yes, yes. Um, I'm really just like pulling movies. I don't know. I had them all in order, but I'm so tired from looking through all of these movies, and I don't care about the order anymore. So just I'm just picky. But like I said, the first three are my all-time favorite movies from this. Um, the top three are solid in my mind, but everything else can be changed around. Not Before Time. Again, it has Julia Barkley, but this is another one I watched over and over again as a child, and of course I cried when his mother died. Like I'm not heartless, but yeah, it's just so nice and it's so well done, and it was produced by Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, which I always find so interesting because of course you have later on you have Jurassic Park, so yeah, wholesome. It's not, I was gonna say it is wholesome, but there's like all actual serious stuff going on as well. Yeah. So my top four: The Breakfast Club. I love Judd Nelson in this movie. He's my favorite character in the whole movie. Um, I love Emilio Estevez too. I love Emilio. So like these two, I love. But I saw this when I don't even know. I don't know. My mom was like, I watched when I was a kid and I liked it. And she's not really a movie person at all, so I was like, okay. And so I watched it. I love it. And there's all this discourse around it, and like I understand it and I get it, but I still love this. Uh, so yeah, my third favorite movie of all time, not just 80s movies of all time, is My Neighbor Totoro. This is the correct version. They have it on Disney Blu-ray, and that is not the correct version. The one where Dakota Fanning and Elle Fanning voiced the characters is not the correct version. And that version I have, but I don't watch it because the voices drive me crazy. The pronunciation of Satsuki's name absolutely grinds my gears. Like I cannot deal with it. So I watched this one. And I don't even know what it says family feature. I don't even know like what that means. It's this one. That's the one you should watch. Um, but yeah, it's such a comfort watch for me, and it's just so pure and sweet, and like you watch it and it's chill. But there's also like actual emotional stuff going on as well. But it's just really nice. Um, Favorite Disney movie of all time. My second favorite movie of all time, and again, not just for 80's, but of all time. The Little Mermaid. Actually, I just told I said this is my third favorite movie of all time in general. That is not true. My third favorite movie of all time was Helen and Maude. This is definitely like up there though. But anyway, Little Mermaid is also not my second favorite movie of all time. I'm just lying up in here. My second favorite movie of all time was Wizard of Oz, but this one. My favorite Disney movie though of all time is Little Mermaid. It's I don't know what it is. It's a comfort watch as well. Um, and I know this is another one with a lot of discourse, and I hate it. I hate the discourse. Drives me up that effing wall. But anyway, this is I love the songs. I love everything about it. So and now and this is Shoe. This is my favorite movie of all time. Not just 80's. I know I kept being wishy washy. This is actually my favorite movie of all time. No movie beats it. No movie is like even close, but The Outsiders, my favorite movie of all time. I watched it for the first time when I was like 11 or 12. I don't remember. My brother is older than me, and a year older than me, and he watched it when he was in seventh grade. I was in sixth grade, so I was either 11 or what's age? I don't know, but I was in sixth grade. That's all I know. And he watched it in school, and then he rented it on VHS because he wanted to show it to me. I don't know why, because we're not like very close. We're not super close with each other, but like he brought it home and he watched it with me. Again, I don't know why he decided to share it with me, but I'm really really glad he did because I got like obsessed with it, and he rented it, and he had like 3 days to watch it and then give it back or something, and I watched it every single day over and over and over again. I think I had watched it like over 10 times or more probably by the time he had to give it back. And then every time we would go to went to a movie, I would rent The Outsiders, and then I got it on to DVD, and then we got re-released on DVD. Was outside of the complete novel where we put scenes back in that they had taken out originally. So I had the DVD of that, and then I upgraded to Blu-ray a few years ago. But it's just, I think it was like the first adult movie, even though it's a teen movie, but I was still very young. So I think to me, it represented like not really watching a lot of, obviously I was watching a lot of like kid movies for a long time. With some, like I watched Apollo 13 when I was a kid. I watched Private Ryan when I was a kid, so I wasn't completely only watching like little kid movies. But this was like the one movie where it became like my whole life. And I honestly haven't watched a movie. I've watched a lot of movies since this that I've loved, obviously, and I have like a whole lot of favorite movies. But for some reason, I always go back to this one, and it stuck with me the most out of any movie that I've ever seen. And the fact that I can put it on my 80s list is so nice because it's like, yes. And I know like a lot of people who watch it now have issues with it and they're not like as in love with it as I am, which bums me out. But I know it still has an audience, but it just kind of bums me out because people don't like it. And I am all about like personal opinion and personal taste, but for some reason, when people who don't like this, I take it like they're talking about me, and that's so weird because it's a movie. But it's just like, and it has Emilio, huh? Look, Emilio, Ralph. And obviously, this is the movie that made me fans of Emilio and Ralph. And I love Patrick Swayze and Matt Dillon and Rob Lowe a little bit. And then C. Thomas Howell. I had the biggest crush on Pony Boy. Um, Not when he was brown, when he had dark hair, when he had blonde hair. That's when I thought he was attractive. But it's funny because I don't like blonde hair on, like light hair on guys all that much. So it's weird that that's when I thought he was cuter when he had blonde hair. But in any case, it's like I read the book, obviously, a lot. I've read the book so many times. I own a special edition of the book. I've seen this on the big screen, which is like the highlight of my entire life. Again, I have the complete series novel DVD, and there was commentary on there, and I watched it with commentary so much that it ruined the dramatic scenes for me because they were like laughing, making jokes over the dramatic scenes, and so when I watch those scenes now, it ruins the dramatic effect because I'm thinking of their jokes and I'm watching the movie. But it's just like, again, it's my favorite movie, so that's all. And again, Coming to America, and see, this is why I said it in the beginning of the movie, of the video, because now I have obvious. I don't remember now. I don't remember what the other movie was, but Coming to America, yes. Um, you know what I said. You know the other movie that I said, but yes. This was kind of a mess. I was very frazzled because I was looking for all the movies, and I honestly thought, well, I'll find them all. No problem. It was a problem because a lot of my movies, like all my movies, are not together in one area. So I was like, what? So yeah, that's it. I was gonna do another video, but I'm not gonna do another video today. I'm tired from just like all of that. So I hope you enjoy. Goodbye.